Hey y'all. So we're just going to do a little 10-minute at-home warm-up. This is going to be really good if you're going to go out for a run or if we've got a WOD that has a bunch of running in it. So we'll kind of talk about the considerations of why we're doing certain things as we go. And really the first piece that we want to do is just really focus on body position, get our heart going, and get the blood flowing. So real fast, let's just check in on good posture. So butt tight, belly button drawn in, the rib cage is down, we're standing tall, holding a Kegel, twisting our feet into the floor, heels coming in as the toes come out, kind of both at the same time with the full foot. As we're standing tall, shoulders back, we're going to create that rotation and balance our head. So this is going to be super important that we pay attention to this as we go along. What happens to so many people when they're running is we're doing nothing here, and most people are going to get overextended into this position. Puts a lot of pressure on the vertebrae of our lower back, but also it's a lot harder to breathe in this position. And it really puts that breath, instead of being full down, being able to expand our lungs and our diaphragm in all directions, it kind of sends that breath up into the chest pretty fast. So when we're looking at our capacity for cardio, we really want to work on that body position. So with your butt tight, belly button drawn in, rib cage down, standing tall, we're just going to start by hopping up and down. As we're doing this, I'm focusing on staying tight and then breathing down into this tightness. That way all my air is not just going up into my chest here. Okay, now I'm just going to hop on one foot. What I'm paying attention to is I'm trying not to let my ankle collapse in on my arch. I'm trying to use my feet, or my foot in this case, as a spring. So the arch of my foot, my Achilles and my calf are doing the work here. Let's go to the other side. As we're doing this, belly button drawn in. We can also get elbows nice and tucked in with the shoulders back. That's going to be the position of our upper back and shoulders when we're running too. So let's go back and let's just bound higher on 2 feet here. Then we're going to go back to 1 foot. Same thing, belly button drawn in. Focus on that breathing, get that breath going into the belly. Let's go to the other foot. Now we're going to go back, small jumps. We're going to go to medium jumps. Then we're going to go really big and controlled. All right, so let's do some arm swings. Out of breath. So that's what we're looking for though. A piece that we commonly forget to warm up when we're running is the shoulders. And then when we get out there, we start getting into this posture. So we really want to focus on the arms also, not forget those. We're going to go palms back, palms back. That way we're internally rotating here, externally rotating here. Let's go big ones backwards. As we do this, we're trying not to let our spine go with it. We're trying to keep it nice and locked down. Big ones forward. Let's rotate. All right, let's take a wide stance, butt tight, and just shove our hips forward, going back and forth here. Arms can go up. You can face the palms back. Stay tight and really lean back. Then we're going to come down. And we're just going to kind of do small semicircles, working bigger and bigger as you go further and further out. Let's put one hand right in the middle of the ground. We're going to rotate hips and the shoulders and go as high up as you can. Coming to the other side, we're going to make sure that shoulder gets in a good position, so palm up. Rotate hips and shoulders as high as you can. Okay, now coming back the other way, we're going to leave the hips still, and we're only going to rotate the shoulders. So really putting that upper back, making it do the work. Let's go to the other side. All right, now come up just a little bit and put your hands on your legs here. Shoulders back in your sockets, elbow pits forward. And let's just put one shoulder forward and the other one back. Just go back and forth here. Then come up just a little bit, squat a little bit lower, and you're going to take one hand, you're going to go straight over to the side. You can let that other elbow kind of go down to the thigh or the quad. We'll go to the other side. All right, now we're going to do Cossack squat. So I'm going to lean and squat to one side. I'm trying to keep this full foot on the ground. It's okay if that other foot comes up off the ground and we go to that heel. I'm going to keep my chest up high, and I'm going to stay as low as I can as I go to the other side. I'm just going to go back and forth there, going from one to the other. If one feels a little tighter, I might stay there a little bit longer, but I'm just going back and forth here a few times. All right, now both hands in the middle, we're just going to wiggle our hips around. And we're going to walk our hands forward. We're just going to get into a push-up plank position. From here, go ahead and just do 5 push-ups. Then we're going to push into downward dog. Twisting your hands in the ground just like we would a push-up. We'll pedal our feet back and forth. Then we'll go right hand next to our right foot. Squeeze the back butt cheek. We're going to drop our back knee down to the ground. We're going to shove your hips down. And you're going to rotate as far to the right as you can with your hand on your foot. Then continuing to drive that front knee out, we're going to go as far to the left as you can. We're just going to go back and forth there. My back butt cheek is flexed. My belly button's drawn in. From this position, we're going to see if you can pick that back leg up, reach over with your right hand and try and grab your foot. We're just going to do a little quad stretch here. So I'm continuing to flex my left butt cheek, draw my belly button in, just stretching that quad for a sec. Then I'm going to lean back. I'm going to flex my quad, flex my foot, and then bend. Flex everything, bend. So how much I'm bending doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to lean into this as much as possible, trying to get a good hamstring stretch in, but keep it dynamic so we don't like those long static holds when we're warming up for exercise. All right, then we'll go back to down dog. Wiggle around here, pedal your feet. We're going to come forward. We'll do 5 more push-ups. Then we'll go left foot next to your left hand. Squeeze that right butt cheek. Put that back knee on the ground. Left hand on the left foot. We're just going to rotate as far to the left as you can. And as far to the right as you can. Keep that right butt cheek flexed, belly button drawn in. Wiggling around here. Okay, now we're going to pick up that right leg. We're going to reach back with the left hand. We'll see if we can grab that foot. Shove your hips down as we do a quad stretch here. All right, we'll let it go. We're going to lean back, flex that quad, flex the foot, then bend just a little bit. So we're just going to get reps in. As this warms up, I'm going to lean into it a little more and a little more. All right, and then we'll come up. So we're going to end it with just a little bit of stability work as we continue to work on positions. So we're just going to balance on one foot for a second. Make sure butt's tight, belly button's drawn in. We're going to start thinking about that running position again. So shoulders are back just a little bit, creating that external rotation. Breathing through the belly. We'll go to the other side. Feeling the full foot on the ground. All right, so we'll go back to that original side. Drawing the belly button in. We're going to do a knee hug. Stay balanced and do a quad stretch. As we do this stuff, we don't want your back moving around. We're going to stay balanced. We're going to knee hug again. We're going to quad stretch and knee hug and quad stretch. All right, we'll go to the other side. Same thing, just lift that leg up, knee hug, quad stretch. We're trying to get to the end range, but not spend too much time there. Quad stretch, knee hug, quad stretch. We'll end it with one last thing. We'll just grasp and interlock our fingers here. Try and get that chest pushed through, arms straight, lift the arms up as high as you can a few times. And then lift them up. We're just going to bend over and let gravity kind of take those hands up as we wiggle around here. All right, so you should be nice and loose. Now is where you would move into more specific of a warm-up, maybe getting a little bit of a run in, starting to do more of the movements if you have other movements other than running in your workout. If you're working on running technique, which most people don't take the time to do, but it is extremely beneficial to be a proficient runner, now would be a good time to start working on running drills. That way we can start, now that we're warmed up and everything's feeling a little better, we can start working in and putting our focus into what we want that focus to be in the middle of a workout. All right, have fun. See you soon.